Yep, 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 yep. Yep. What's up, y'all? Tell Like It Is TV, man. Let's talk about it, y'all. So first of all, hit the like button, the subscribe button. If you want to donate, the links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button is, that's right, y'all. The like button is free. And then there was four. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Then there was four. Hold on. I'm getting some text messages. All right. All right. Yeah, I ain't want to see y'all getting them texts and shit. It is what it is. You know what? Fuck all that. It don't even matter. Fuck it. It is what it is, right? It ain't like we out here, you know. Anyway, if y'all see some texts and shit pop up through the phone and shit. Hey, it is what it is. But anyway, then there was four, man. So congratulations to all four teams, man. We are now in the Western Conference Finals and the Eastern Conference Finals. So y'all know what that means. That means the NBA season is getting ready to come to a close. So the first matchup we have, which is going down tonight, very intriguing matchup, man. Very intriguing matchup with this situation right here. As you got the Oklahoma City Thunder led by Shea. It's very great what happened with OKC, with everything that happened with them. They still found a way to bounce back. They had the whole run with Kevin Durant, Westbrook. Kevin Durant goes to OKC, to the Warriors. Russ still holds it down. Russ ended up getting Paul George and PG over there. Paul George and Carmelo Anthony over there. And then, they break that up. And then, they have a few years where they trade for Paul George, and they trade him to the Clippers, and they get this man, as you see right here with the ball in his hand, Shea Butter Smooth. That's right, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Smooth, Mr. Smooth as butter. You know what I'm saying? Smooth as cocoa butter, shea butter. You know what I'm saying? Margarine butter, any type of butter. That brother's too smooth, all right? His game too smooth, all right? And he has, had a few bad years, obviously. They were rebuilding. But now, man, they looking like they the number one team in the West. Number one team in the West, all right? And they have made it all the way to a position that, most people thought that they would make it to, and that is to the Western Conference Finals. We're not going to go into the championship, but we would definitely go into the Western Conference Finals at best, okay? And on the other side, we got Michael Jordan's son. Now, listen, I've been the only nigga on the internet calling this nigga Michael Jordan's son. I even did a video calling this nigga Michael Jordan's son. They look too much alike. All right? They look way too much alike. I don't care. And this is Hollywood we talking about. Hollywood, listen, you got to think about it. Jordan probably was out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can only imagine Jordan was knocking him down, straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? This boy look, I don't want to call him a boy, but this dude looked way too much like a young Mike. Way too much for me. You know what I'm saying? Now, at first I couldn't tell because of the afro, but when he cut his hair, I think it was either last season or the season before, when he cut his hair, I was like, damn, that nigga look like Michael Jordan's son and shit. He look like that's really his son for real. You know what I'm saying? They have the same kind of build, same kind of athletic ability and shit like that. Like, it's like, he kind of wears number 5. You kind of 2 + 3 is 5. You know what I mean? So I'm just like low-key connecting dots and shit. That could be me in my conspiracy theory mode and shit. But, it is what it is. He got the little armband and shit. So it's just too much shit for me to be like, nah, ain't no coincidence. Ain't no way this is no coincidence like this. You know what I mean? But anyway. The Timberwolves, you know what I'm saying? They Ant-Man, a.k.a. Michael Jordan's son, better known as Anthony Edwards, okay? This man right here has been the legend killer. He really has. Last year took out Kevin Durant. This year took out LeBron. It was a warriorless Steph Curry, but it took out the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Curry sit it down. So this man has been Randy Orton to the goddamn NBA. He has been the legend killer. You know what I'm saying? And we know Shea right now is building his legend. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody smoothing than shea butter, cocoa butter, margarine butter, or Land Lakes butter. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe it's not butter. You know what I'm saying? Smooth Alexander. You know what I'm saying? But I like this matchup, man. I really do. I really like this matchup. I'm interested into this matchup. I wonder if both of these guys are going to be as much interested in this matchup. Are they going to guard each other? I know that Anthony Edwards is up for the task. He got dog in him. He got straight dog in him. You know what I'm saying? Pit bull, German shepherd, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the American Terrier pit bull, you know what I'm saying? He got all that in him. You know what I'm saying? Straight dog out there. So I know he's willing to go out there and crash out on both ends of the court. That's what I do know. And I know he going to get out there. He can get a bucket. I don't see nobody on that team that can really stop Anthony Edwards, in my personal opinion. I don't see anybody. OKC, to me, don't have lockdown defenders. Okay? They have like a team type of defense. You see what I'm saying? As we seen with the Joker was going crazy, like I said. Y'all know I'm not the biggest Joker fan. Y'all know how I feel about that nigga getting 3 MVPs. I feel like they gave that nigga 3 MVPs because he Caucasian. I'm just going to keep it $1 This is tell like it is TV. You know what I'm saying? But I'd be lying to tell y'all niggas that nigga was not cooking these boys in the last series. You know what I'm saying? That game 5, bro. I ain't going to hold you. That nigga made me be a fan. I ain't was. You know how you become a fan? You like, yo, I got to see that nigga do that again. I don't believe that nigga can do it again. He didn't do it again. All right? But most great players are able to at least accomplish something like the type of game that they had. The Joker just wasn't able to do it again. But I ain't going to hold you. That game, I was like, yo, if he have another game like that, I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? He going to work tell like it is TV into being a fan. But he couldn't do it. All right? But anyway, I believe that both of these teams are stacked. And what do you mean by stacked? They're not star-studded teams. I know everybody's trying to chase having the big three. You got to have 3 superstars on your team. The Boston Celtics have proved you don't need to do that. OKC right now is proving you don't need to do that. You see what's going on with all the teams. Honestly, that's in the Final Four. These are all teams that don't really have 3 superstars. OKC has Shea. They have Chet Holmgren. They got the Williams kid. Who else they got? Like I said, they got a collective of guys. I ain't gonna sit up and hold. They got the Joe kid coming off the bench. They got a lot of people, man, that can give you buckets and things like that and contribute on the floor. And that's why they're as successful as they are. Yes, the main guys got to be the main guys. You know what I'm saying? But they can have games where, as we seen the very first game of the playoffs with OKC, Shea only scored like 8 points all game, and they absolutely smoked goddamn the Memphis Grizzlies in that game 1. Know what I'm saying? I mean, beat the brakes off of goddamn Memphis Grizzlies game 1. Know what I'm saying? Beat the hell out of them, man. Beat them boys like they stole something. Know what I'm saying? It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? It was what it was. But anyway, so they got a lot of guys, man, that they can get buckets from, that can get out there and that's willing to get out there and like I said, they run an offense. They run a real offense. You know what I mean? They're looking for guys are cutting, guys are, that coach is really coaching that team. So this is definitely going to be a tough matchup as we look over here when it comes down to the Timberwolves, okay? With all the dogs on that team. Now, they got some straight-up dogs. They got a lot of veteran dogs, though. You see what I'm saying? As to where OKC has a lot of young dogs. The veteran dogs on on the Timberwolves, obviously you got Julius Randle, dog. You know what I'm saying? You got Rudy Gobert, I'm not going to say he's a dog, but he's a veteran. You know what I'm saying? Rudy Gobert, to me, if I could put him in dog terms, even though the nigga's like 7'3", he would be like a bugle or a beagle or whatever the fuck they call them shits. He not one of them dangerous dogs. He not like no Rottweiler and no shit like that. You know what I mean? Like he one of them soft dogs and shit like that. He one of them dog show type of dogs. He ain't one of them, them killer gorillas and shit. A motherfucker hop that gate, you gonna be scared to death, hauling ass and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't one of them type of dogs. You know what I mean? But he is a dog. All right. If he could play like he played in that game, what game was that when they played? game was that? I want to say it was game 5 or something when they played the Lakers. Yeah, if he could play like how he played in game 5 against the Lakers, dog, yeah, this gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying? He can be that American Terrier pit bull. He can be that. You know what I'm saying? If he played like he did in game 5 against the Lakers. But anyway, they got him. They got Dante DiVincenzo. You know, it is what it is, man. Who else they got over there? They got what's the kid's name? What's the kid's name? I know it's not Vanderbilt. What the fuck is his name? Damn. It's pissing me off that I'm forgetting his name. But anyway, the other dude that starts on the wing with Anthony Edwards, they got him. They got the old dog and goddamn Mike Conley. We know Mike Conley, straight dog. You know what I'm saying? Veteran dog out there. So they got veteran leadership on that team. Obviously, the star of the team is obviously Ant-Man. But once again, you know, my only flaw with the Timberwolves is that sometimes they can get into love with shooting the three a little bit too much. But if Anthony Edwards is attacking and getting downhill, all them guys, honestly, if they're attacking and getting into the paint, getting downhill, trying to get these guys in foul trouble, because OKC is not that big of a team. They don't have a lot of size. You know, it's not a lot of toughness down there when you get down. When you get into that paint, ain't a lot of tough. Because like I said, the Joker was moving these niggas around like he was like a man playing against kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why it kind of irked me to see him not have that same type of game. Like the Joker was supposed to come in that bitch game 6, killing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, absolutely killing. You know what I'm saying? But for whatever reason, you know, he didn't really do that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really do that to me, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to go for 45 for each game. Like, fuck all that. Give me the ball. These niggas too little for me. Hold up. Watch out real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me get up in there. You know what I mean? He's supposed to come through killing shit, but you know, I don't know why he plays so soft like that. Even in game 7, I got a chance to watch a little bit of that. You know, I just didn't like, because the game got out of hand kind of quick. So up until that point, I still didn't like how he was playing. And then once, you know, OKC went up by like 20 or something, they pretty much packed it in. You know what I'm saying? They started thinking where they was going on vacation at. You know, the Joker thinking about them horses out there in Siberia. He going to be out there. Serbia, my bad, I said Siberia. Serbia, where he from. He thinking about his horses and shit. He ain't give a fuck about that game once they went up 20. You know what I'm saying? So it was what it was. But I feel like, man, Ant-Man getting downhill. Dante and DiVincenzo can get downhill as well. Why I keep getting ready to call this nigga Vanderbilt, bro? Oh, it's pissing me off. McDaniels is the name. There we go. Jaden McDaniels, you know what I'm saying? Another dog, you know what I'm saying? Give you corner threes and shit like that, who can also get down to the basket. You know, and like I said, man, this team is very deep. This is a very, very, very deep team, man, that can give it to you from all angles. My only problem with the Timberwolves is that they shoot too many threes and they don't really have a structured offense. So when you're out there low key, like freestyle, it almost feels like they're freestyling out there. There's like really no plays being ran. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, we got a set, but we're not. It's only one option out of this set. You see what I'm saying? Like it's no strategic shit going on as far as this offense go. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe it's just that I don't watch enough of the Timberwolves. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, for instance, like certain teams that I watch a lot would be like, obviously, the Celtics. So I know, you know, with their second option and this, that, and the third, I'm watching them all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? I damn near can call out the play when they're coming up the court based on how they're lined up, what motion they might be in, what set they might be in. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because I don't watch the Timberwolves enough, it doesn't seem like they're in any type of sets. It almost seems like they're literally running a pick and roll, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And get downhill, this, that, and the third. But I'm telling you, man, I think that if Ant-Man is getting downhill, he's not settling too much. If he's going to settle, I'd rather his ass pull up like his father used to at the mid-range. You know what I'm saying? Pull up at that mid-range, bro. You ain't got to be out here shooting 0 for 11 at the 3-ball line. Everything ain't got to be a 3, my nigga. Everything don't have to be a 3, my nigga. You can go ahead and you can motherfucking pump fake or you know, penetrate into the mid-range area and pull up. You know what I'm saying? Pull up, bro. You know what I mean? We know you got the pull-up game, bro. Couple dribbles, bang, pull up. Midi right there, free throw line, gotcha. You know what I'm saying? Elbow, gotcha. You know what I'm saying? Then, you start really getting saucy with it. You know what I'm saying? Fade away. Then when you really start getting saucy with it, now the whole floor is open. Now you're literally unguardable at this point. You know what I'm saying? You're literally unguardable because now they have to worry about you shooting the 3-ball. They have to worry about you shooting that mid-range. And then they damn near can't stop you from getting to the basket because you can jump over anybody that you want. And there's nobody on OKC that can stop this nigga from block his shot once he get up in the air. You're getting dunked on. That's it. You know what I'm saying? This is Michael Jordan's son right here we talking about. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, this is Michael Jordan's son. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nobody stopping that nigga once he take off and get up in the air. It's a wrap. Ain't nobody stopping that. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Edwards should be averaging at least 30, 35 a game in this series, in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? I get a nigga 27, 28. I give him that. At worst, I give him that. But he has to be, his engine has to be on kill. He got to be on kill mode. Because Shea going to be on kill mode. That whole team over there on OKC is going to be on kill mode. We already know with Julius Randle. I feel like Julius Randle always comes to the court on kill mode. That's how I personally feel. I personally feel Julius Randle come on kill mode to where the point you got to be like, yo, Julius, chill out. You got to kind of rein him back a little bit. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Relax, fam. You a little bit in too much kill mode and shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't want you getting in foul trouble, getting offensive fouls and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to reel you back a little bit. But I'd rather have that at the end of the day. I'd rather deal with a nigga I got to rein back than a nigga I got to pump up. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather kind of deal with that. But it's going to be a very interesting matchup, man. But with that being said, man, sheesh, this one going to be tough, man. But man, fuck it, man. I'm gonna say Mike Jordan's son going to the finals, dog. That's what I'm going for. You know what I'm saying? I'm going for it. Do I personally think that's gonna happen? I don't know, because I think OKC is just the better function team, man. I think OKC can give it to you in different ways, but I'm gonna say that the Timberwolves, man, if they on point, there's no reason why they shouldn't win this series. You know what I'm saying? This is a 50-50 pick'em series, honestly. I mean, you really can't go wrong. They're both so evenly, they're so evenly right there. They're neck and neck with each other. It's not like, okay, they're not miles apart they're like literally neck and neck. They're right there. You know what I'm saying? So it's really a 50-50 series. And that's what you really want when it comes down to the nitty gritty of the NBA season. You want to see the best playing the best. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where we're at right now. We're seeing the best playing the best. And with that being said, man, I got Anthony Edwards, man, going for the kill, man. I got him going for the kill, man, in about 6 games. I got it ending in 6 games. You know what I mean? All right, but Shea, man, he might be too smooth though. You know what I'm saying? This might be his time. What reminds me of this Oklahoma City team? It reminds me of a Spurs team. And yes, everything is not flashy. They don't have the guys that can jump high and dunk and guys with a lot of charisma and things like that, but they get the fucking job done. You know what I mean? That's what was with the Spurs back in the early 2000s. Like, they wasn't the Kobe and Shaqs. They wasn't the Allen Iversons. They wasn't the, even when you think about, the young Dwayne Wades, the young LeBrons, the young Carmelo, they didn't have these flashy games or but they found a way to get it done. The most nigga that was the most flashy on the Spurs was Ginobili. You know what I'm saying? Ginobili was the most, Ginobili hit you with that Euro step and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the most flashy nigga on the team. Other than that, everybody was very fundamental. You know what I'm saying? Very fundamental. They played defense as a team. And, Bruce Bowen out there in the corner for them threes. They ran sets. They ran pick and roll actions with Tony Parker getting downhill, getting into the paint, throwing them floaters and shit. They had a very balanced team. And OKC does remind me of that, man. They really do. They really remind me of that. And with Shea Alexander, he's not really the flashy guy, get up there, dunk, and do all this other shit. But his game is very fucking smooth. Very smooth game. He has to me, he has the smoothest game probably in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? He definitely has the smoothest, coolest game in the NBA. He can hit the mid-range, the way he's set up to get to his shots. He's not a guy who needs to pick and roll neither. He can cook your ass without a pick and roll. Most of these dudes can't cook nobody unless it's a pick and roll. You know what I'm saying? Shea can cook your ass with no pick and roll. Get right by you, get to his spot. He ain't even really got to get by you. He just so smooth and know what he's doing and know where he's going. He makes it look very easy. The nigga look like he almost walking out there doing the shit. Like, look, I'm gonna walk you right here real quick to this elbow, and then I'm gonna pull up for this jump shot. That's what I'm gonna do right now. Like, come walk with me real quick. Like, low key. That's how Shea be looking out there. Like, I'm gonna walk you to this wing right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cross this ball over. Come on, real quick. I'm gonna show you real quick. I'm gonna cross this ball over like this, like so. Then I'm gonna come over here to this elbow. I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna take this right foot. I'm gonna step back. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna shoot this shot, and that shit gonna go all net. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how his game look like. He literally walking motherfuckers into their position and cooking their ass. You know what I'm saying? Walking in there and throwing their ass into the goddamn fryer at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But they're more than capable of getting it done. All right. Now let's come over here real quick. Hold on, my bad. That was Art Rooney. All right, so let's come over here. So now the second matchup we have. You know, let me touch on this real quick. You know, congratulations to the New York Knicks. You know, they beat the Boston Celtics. You know, they beat us without, obviously they was already up 3-1. You know, I still have faith in the team to, you know, possibly pull it off and get it done. But, you know, unfortunately the injury to Jason Tatum, may he, you know, get well soon. I hope that brother gets well soon. That's my nigga right there. If y'all want to talk about the coldest, that nigga JT the coldest. And he the coldest because y'all niggas always hating on him. Yeah, that's right. Y'all niggas always hating on my light-skinned nigga right there. He gonna be the coldest nigga of all time when it's all said and done. His accolades, everything I know. And that's probably why y'all hating on the nigga so hard. That's why y'all be hating on that nigga JT so hard. Maybe because the nigga light-skinned. That's why y'all niggas hating on that man. You know what I'm saying? But y'all niggas need to cut that shit out. You know what I'm saying? That nigga is the coldest. He is the face of the league. All this shit about Ant-Man, the face of the league. Man, Shea, man, which one of these new guys gonna be the face? The face of the league is already there. It's Jason Tatum, nigga. Know what I'm saying? Fuck are we talking about? Know what I'm saying? But anyway, congratulations to the New York Knicks. And let me say this too about the Boston Celtics. Y'all niggas bet, well, let me say that for a Boston Celtic video. We ain't gonna do that today. But all right, but anyway. As far as the Celtics, though, man, I didn't mind them losing. You know what I'm saying? Because basketball is a game. You're going to win, you're going to lose. But what you don't do, especially in the playoffs, it gets your motherfucking ass cracked. You know what I'm saying? And that shit disgusted me when I seen Friday night, dog. I was absolutely disgusted. If it wasn't for certain things and other things going on some different shit, you know, I would have been hot. My whole night would have been depressed as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, you know, I love the Celtics. So when they lose, nigga, I'm depressed. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. I ain't gonna sit up and hold you. That's how fanned out Tell Like It Is TV. And nigga, they lose, I'm depressed. I wanna go home. You know what I'm saying? I just wanna smoke some weed and lay down. It's like a heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? You know, you break up with somebody and shit, you don't wanna do nothing but just lay in the bed and just give up on life and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, them niggas had me depressed at the bar. I ain't gonna sit up and hold you. Like, nigga, damn, nigga, if y'all niggas wanna lose, bro, at least give a nigga something to cheer for. Like, y'all niggas out here getting slapped around. They was getting slapped around so bad, bro. I had to tell the bartender to change the game, and I'll never do no shit like that. Never. But that's how bad I was hurting about the game. I'm like, I can't even focus about anything that was going on in the bar. I'm like, man, yo, just do me a favor. I was like, hey, bartender, do me a favor. This TV right here? Yeah, cut the game off. I don't care what you throw on. You can throw on Barney, motherfucking... shit, we can watch women's volleyball. I don't give a fuck what's on. Just cut this game off. This shit is irking the fuck out of me. But yeah, man. Man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, you don't get your ass whooped like that, though, man. You lose, I got no problem with that. But you don't get your ass whooped and embarrass. You don't embarrass me like that. I ain't gonna sit up and hold you. I don't know how other stuff do. You don't embarrass me like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? Come on, fam. You don't embarrass me like that, fam. Nah, hell no. I was hot. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, good thing, you know, the Most High worked in mysterious ways. My night ended up becoming better, but damn, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to do no shit like that, man. But anyway, so congratulations to the New York Knicks, man. They advanced to the Eastern Conference Finals. So now we have the Eastern Conference Finals matchup, which will be tomorrow night. That will be the New York Knicks versus the Indiana Pacers, man. And they have history in the playoffs. Last year, we know that the Knicks got knocked out by the Pacers. And just in general, you know, the Knicks and Pacers, the old school 2000s, 90s rivalries. I've definitely watched a few of these series before, you know, with the Reggie Millers, the Patrick Ewings and shit like that. So now we here again, years later. Okay, it's been 25 years since the New York Knicks have been to the Eastern Conference Finals. Okay, I'm gonna say that one more time. It's been 25 years since the New York Knicks, a story franchise like themselves, have been to the Eastern Conference Finals. Last time they was in the finals, I want to say it was 1999. This is when they played the Spurs, okay, with the rookie Tim Duncan, okay, and I think it was the lock. If I'm not mistaken, the '99 season was the lockout season. You know what I'm saying? And I remember watching that season at my grandma. Well, not the season, but I remember watching that that finals at my grandma's house. My mom brought me down there, and we were staying with my grandma for a little bit. And yeah, I remember watching that series and watching the Spurs win that whole thing. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I've been in basketball for years. Like I said, I remember watching Jordan as a kid. I can remember these games like they were yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So, you get niggas like, nigga, you only 35. Nigga, you out like you was watching Jordan. Like, nigga, you don't remember no Jordan like that. Nigga, actually I do, nigga, because that's all I was watching was Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Watching NBA games, watching football games. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a protege. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. Honestly, I was supposed to be a football player fucking around. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. But yeah, so, I watched a lot of this shit, man. But anyway, this matchup right here, it kind of makes me feel like I think the Knicks might win just off that aspect. It's been so long. And the New York Knicks, if we're thinking about, I'm going to get on some conspiracy shit before I actually even talk about the game or talk about the teams and the matchups. When we thinking about, like I said, the Knicks haven't been there in 25 years. The OKC team remind me of a Spurs team. They remind me of that Spurs, not that Spurs team, but they remind me of a Spurs Greg Popovich-like team. So with them two, you know what I mean? It just feels like, man, this might be the situation where it's OKC versus the New York Knicks. Could be that. You know what I'm saying? That's me with my tinfoil kufi on. You know what I'm saying? My conspiracy theories. Turn on the X-Men, X-Files fucking sound and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just me on that. Now let's get into this ball though. Let's get into this ball. Now as far as the New York Knicks and the Pacers, man, me personally, I think the Pacers have the better team. I think you can get things from different guys, whether it be Tyler Halliburton, you got Pascal Siakam, you got Nesmith, who's actually have a more better role this year compared to years previous. You see what I'm saying? So he's been playing well. You got the light-skinned nigga, what's his name? George Neighbor or some shit, or whatever the fuck his name is. But you got him. You know what I'm saying? He can give you some buckets. You got OBJ Topping. You know what I'm saying? He's been having a decent season this year. You got the white boy coming off the bench, TJ McDonald, who's a very, very, very good point guard who can give you buckets at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? If all else break down, TJ McConnell can get out there and he can put that ball in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. You know what I mean? So you got a lot of different things. And Miles Turner, I even mentioned Miles Turner. So you got a lot of guys where you can get buckets from 1 through 8 or 1 through 9. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as them running their sets and this, that, and the third, I don't watch Indiana too tough to know that. I obviously will definitely be paying attention to them now. But it is what it is. But I just feel like 1 through 8 is very consistent as to when we think about the New York Knicks. Now, the New York Knicks got a good team too. We're not gonna hold them. But you got OG Anunoby, you got Miles Bridges, you got Josh Hart, you got Karl Anthony Towns, you got obviously Jalen Brunson. So you got some guys, dog, that's dogs. Both teams got dogs. That's why I like this matchup. This is the battle of the dogs right here, straight up and down. Only one dog gonna come out this cage, period. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of crazy though, but look, man, I'm gonna tell y'all niggas right now, bro. I think the Pacers is gonna win this matchup. You know what I'm saying? I think the Pacers is gonna end up winning this series. And the reason why I say I think the Pacers is gonna win this series, dog, is because the New York Knicks, their role players, they can have great games, but after that great game, they're gonna give you a terrible game or a mediocre game after that. As to where the Pacers, their guys are just constantly at their level, and that either they're gonna have a great game or they're gonna be right at their average. So if they play anything above their means at the end of the day, it's almost a guaranteed win. As long as Halliburton is doing his thing, it's almost a guaranteed win at that point. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, though, I do think that the Knicks are going to win some games. I think this is going 7, dog. I think this is going 7 in the Garden, straight up and down. This might go 7 games. Yeah, it's going 7. I think the game starts. Who had the higher seed? I'm trying to think about it now. Damn, who the fuck had the higher seed? I'm trying to think. Could have sworn it was Damn, who the fuck had the higher seed? Oh, the Knicks. Knicks had the higher seed, obviously. Yeah, the Knicks had the higher seed. So yeah, so the game 1 will be in Madison Square Garden. I know all you New York fans gonna be ecstatic. Y'all motherfuckers gonna be turning up. Y'all been turning up ever since y'all beat the Celtics. Congratulations, you hoe ass niggas. You hoe ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I tell like this TV, you only picking the Pacers because the Knicks beat the hell out the goddamn Celtics. You damn right, nigga. Yeah, nigga, I'm hating, nigga. I'm joining the hating train. People all over the world joining. Join the hate train. I know it's called the love train, but join the hate train. I'm joining the hate train. Fuck them Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Pacers in 7. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. I'm going with the Pacers and this shit. But not only because not that I don't like the Knicks, because I am happy for them. I'm just clowning and shit, but I'm just clowning on that. But yeah, I don't like them, but it is what it is. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for the city because the city ain't been having shit to root for a minute. Let's just think about it. The Knicks really ain't been shit for real. Pretty much after Carmelo Anthony left, and then I want to say before Jalen Brunson got there. So that's a fucking mean gap of them being irrelevant. And they're the New York Knicks, okay? Big market team, okay? They haven't been shit for years. You know what I'm saying? They've been trying to be that team, trying to get themselves something, get the fans something to root for, but they haven't. And this has been a year where the fans have something to cheer for. So, everybody gets their turn. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gets their turn. You know what I mean? So right now, it was their turn. So shout out to the Knicks. So shout out to the Knicks fans. I know y'all ecstatic out there. I know y'all gonna be turned up motherfucking Wednesday. Y'all definitely gonna be turned up Friday, but y'all niggas better calm that shit down because we know NY police love beating niggas upside their head with goddamn billy clubs and shit like that. So if you ancient American out there, it's okay to turn up, nigga. But when the popo come through, NYPD, you know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas better get some act right. You know what I'm saying? Don't get your ass whooped over no New York Knicks, all right? You know what I'm saying? Because we already know NYPD put in work, all right? So, y'all make sure y'all be out there, ancient Americans out there in goddamn New York. Make sure y'all niggas, calm that shit down at the end of the day. Because if the NYPD come out there, they're going to be out here putting hands and feet and billy clubs on motherfuckers. And they might pop one of you niggas. You know what I'm saying? They might put a bullet in one of you niggas' ass. You know what I'm saying? So you be careful out there. You know what I'm saying? Don't get shot over the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that deep. Y'all niggas ain't winning no championship. It is what it is. But I don't know. Maybe they could. Maybe they could win the championship. Maybe this can be the drought of the last time the New York Knicks won a goddamn championship. It's been forever. I know they ain't win one in my lifetime. That's what I do know. The Knicks ain't win a championship in my lifetime, and I've been alive for 35 years. They ain't win one in 35 years. All right? So my entire lifetime, the Knicks have never won. All right? And this is a big market team we talking about. You know what I'm saying? I've seen LA win. I've seen Miami win. I've seen Dallas win. I've seen Boston win. Okay. Who else would I? Obviously, seen Chicago win a bunch of times. San Antonio, pretty much. Yeah, San Antonio kind of small. I wouldn't consider San Antonio. Yeah, so it is what it is. You know what I mean? But they're like the only big market team that really hasn't won shit in my entire existence of living and shit. You know what I'm saying? So maybe this could be their year. Who the fuck knows? But I'm going based on some basketball shit. Putting my pride aside. I just think the Pacers are a better team, man. Better all around team, and they're more consistent. That's the key right there. They're just very consistent at what they do. They don't need big games for Halliburton, as to where New York damn near needs big games from Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson can't have a game where he scores 15 points and they win. Like Cat and Bridges and all these niggas gotta go crazy for them to win the game. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Brunson has to put his imprint in this game. In this series, he has to keep putting his imprint in this game. You know what I'm saying? I know he's not the biggest guy on the court, but he got to carry the load. He going to have to carry that load, period. Jalen Brunson need to be out here, like I told Anthony Edwards, he better be out here trying to go for 30 a game. You know what I'm saying? He got to do it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is because his guys is way too up and down. And when they're too up and down like that, like, bro, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? And they up and down like that, dog, it's on you, my man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to go out guns blazing. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down, guns blazing, man. The city is on your back, playboy. You know what I'm saying? So it's time to show up and show out. You know what I mean? New York been waiting for that shit forever. You know what I'm saying? And now you done gave these niggas something to root for and shit like that. Well, nigga, you can't let the city down now. Can't let the city down now. So I'm very interested in both of these matchups, man, especially the one tonight, you know, with Michael Jordan's son and allegedly Michael Jordan's son. Because y'all been running around here talking about Ant-Man as the face of the league and all that. I keep telling y'all, Jason Tatum is the face of the league. But Ant-Man is up there, dog. Because Ant-Man, he got the charisma, you know what I'm saying? He got the game, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, he look like Michael Jordan's son. The nigga even rocked the little hoop earring like Michael Jordan's son. No, I mean, like Michael Jordan's son. He even rocked the little hoop earring. I mean, he might stud it out and shit. You know, Jordan, you know, just had that gold little hoop ring and shit in his ear. You know, Ant-Man out here adding to the fucking conspiracy and shit. He out here rocking these little diamond out hoop rings and shit. Like, oh, man, this nigga playing this shit. Know what I'm saying? He playing in our face and shit. Know what I mean? But it is what it is. But I definitely want to see. I'm definitely interested to see what Ant-Man's going to do tonight, and see what Shai's going to do. Because, you know, Shai's been talked about too as being the face of the league. You know what I'm saying? Shai's another one who's been talked about being the face of the league. So, you know, we got two guys who's candidates of being the face of the league. About to go head to head, Glock for Glock. So we're going to see what happens tonight. We're going to see a shootout. There's going to be some smoke in the city. You know what I mean? It's going to be some smoke in the city, and I'm here all for it. I can't wait for it. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for it. This is the best time of basketball right here, because like I said, they're competing to get to that championship, to get that goddamn ring. You know what I'm saying? So this is besides the finals, this is the best time of the year right here. So anyway, don't get mad at me. Y'all niggas let me know who y'all got. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got the Pacers, y'all got the Knicks, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, don't tell me who you got as your finals winner. We ain't even get into all of that. We just using this right now as, you know, Eastern Conference Finals, Western. Don't hop in my comments just talking about, man, I'm telling you, man, I think it's going to be motherfucker. You know, don't come in this motherfucker trying to make a whole breakdown and shit. Man, I'm telling you, man, I'm thinking it's going to be the Knicks, and it's going to be motherfucking OKC, man. And then if the Knicks play the OKC, man, I think it's going to be the New York Knicks in Game 6, man. Because we ain't get that far, fam. We ain't get that far yet. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me what you think, nigga. Tell me what... You know what I mean? Don't get too ahead of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Let's stick with the Eastern and Western Conference. You know what I mean? Big Snow, you still mad at the nigga, man? Big Snow, you still mad at the nigga, huh? That nigga mad about that Diddy shit, boy. Ooh. That nigga was typing me like a female that be mad and shit at you, typing you paragraphs and shit. I'm like, damn. Either this nigga was typing during the goddamn, which I think you probably was though, Big Snow. I'm just clowning. But either you must have been typing when I had the video premiering and shit. Because I'm like, damn, nigga. Damn. You know what I mean? So maybe you thought I was live, but I was really premiering my video or something. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, this nigga was commenting the fuck out of that goddamn video. Nigga, the fuck wrong? Damn, nigga. You ain't that mad, nigga. Cut that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like Diddy, like Cassie, your cousin and shit like that. Like, cut that shit out, fam. But anyway. Don't get mad at me, man. I just got to tell like it is, man. So shout out to day one. Shout out to new ones, man. Make sure niggas hit the like button, the subscribe button. If you want to donate, the links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button is, that's right, y'all. The like button is free. Anyway, Tell Like It Is TV. We out of here, y'all. One.